Hello, vinyl community, music community, and people of the world. Um, is this thing on? I have a slightly different setup here today. This kind of looks like one of my live streams, but it's not. Yes, so I wanted to get on here. I just watched James Lovin's video about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So this is kind of a response to that. If you don't subscribe to James Lobin, Vinyl Collector James, I believe his channel is. Definitely check out his channel. He likes to talk, and he has lots and lots of good music, and he shows a lot of good music. So, but definitely check out his video about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. First, before we get into this, I just want to talk a little bit about my experience with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which is pretty non-existent. So, first of all, other than hearing that that Cheap Trick made it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago? I'm guessing 2 years ago. I could be wrong. I'm telling you, I'm out of touch with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then hearing talk from fellow fans of the Monkees. We're trying to get the Monkees into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they're notorious for getting snubbed by the people responsible for selecting the nominees. Now, I didn't realize until I watched James' video that fans vote for the people that get inducted. So, yeah. How did I not know that? Anyway, so I mean, obviously I've never even gone to the website really because I didn't feel like I really had a need. Honestly, it didn't mean all that much to me. And I do have to agree with James. He mentioned that a lot of the artists that have been inducted aren't actually rock and roll. So maybe it should be the Music Hall of Fame. But yeah, that's besides the point. So, watching his video, he got me excited about voting. So here I am. I'm about to vote for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the first time ever in my life. Now, I'm wondering, how was it done before the internet? Maybe James can chime in and tell me. Was it like ballots in magazine, like rock and roll magazines, or I don't know. Interesting. I could have researched that, but anyway, let's get to the website here. All right, I'm down here. Hi. Yes. So basically, you're going to go to rockhaul.com/fan-vote/2018-fan-vote. Got that? And this is where you go. So, and apparently you can vote every day until I think James was saying sometime in early December. I want to say he said December 5th. So I did want to get this video made quickly so that other people that were not in the know like myself can actually vote. Because already, as you can see, there's some very important acts there. And that's just the first 8. So let's go through these quickly. So we have Bon Jovi, Kate Bush, The Cars, Depeche Mode, Dire Straits, Eurythmics, J. Geils Band, Judas Priest, LL Cool J, the MC5, The Meters, Moody Blues, Radiohead, Sorry, Rage Against the Machine, Rufus featuring Chaka Khan, Nina Simone, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Link Ray, and the Zombies. Wow. Wow. That's quite a selection there. Um, and I guess you can view the full nominee bios. Um, it looks like you have to sign in to submit your vote. Um, I'll I'll do that part off camera, but all right, let's go through these. All right, Bon Jovi. Um, they're very very. They've been a very very successful band, and honestly had quite an impact on a lot of people's lives. So I think they're probably a shoe-in. They're probably gonna make it. Um, Kate Bush was a favorite of James, and I don't know. I love her music. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not sure what impact she's had on most people, like the average music listener, um, especially compared to some of these other acts. Then we have the Cars, hugely influential. Depeche Mode also hugely a huge impact. Dire Straits, I really appreciate their music, but honestly, their their impact was pretty limited. I'm being honest here. I mean, they basically had one huge hit. So um, I know they had more hits than that, but that was the one huge one that like everybody knows. Um, then we have Eurythmics. I love the Eurythmics. I'm collecting them on CD actually. Um, I do love CDs, but again, did they have a huge impact on music as a whole? It's hard to say, but they did have a ton of hits, so I think they're a possibility actually. Now, this next one, um, and I'm realizing now, I don't think you can see my mouse. I'm moving my mouse over these different artists, but apparently you can't see that. Anyway, the Jay Giles Band. I am a fan. I have a bunch of their albums. I always pick up their albums whenever I can. Early on in my collecting, I had great success finding their albums. So I have quite a few. I want to say somewhere between 8 and 10. Um, so yeah. Um, uh, Again, their impact is probably a little more limited. Um, but I have a soft spot for them. Judas Priest. Now, James isn't into heavy metal, but Judas Priest is huge. I mean, wow. How are they not already in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? I mean, they're hugely influential, hugely successful. I'm kind of shocked they're not already in there. Yeah. All right, LL Cool J. Now again, we're straying from rock and roll here. However, I think he's a pretty big name in rap. Um, yeah. So he could potentially get in. Probably not this time though. Just a guess. The MC5. I know for those in the know, they're a pretty big, influential band. But honestly, I don't know enough of their music to say they're Hall of Fame worthy. So the Meters, not not really very familiar with them. Um, yeah, so I mean, it could go either way with them. The Moody Blues, and I do have to agree with James on this one as well. How are they not in the I I'm so shocked I'm stuttering. How are they not in the Hall of Fame? That is just astonishing. Absolutely astonishing. Um, yeah. All right, so now we have Radiohead. Oh man. Um, I would go to so far to say as they are with modern music, they're extremely influential, and they're pretty much always ahead of the curve. So for that reason, I think they need to be in there. Rage Against the Machine, they've had some huge hits. I do love them. They have more of a specific audience though. So as far as their influence on music lovers in general, not so much. Um, Rufus featuring Shaka Khan, like James was saying, one huge hit. Yeah, Nina Simone. It's unfortunate that she's not already in there. Out of these, I don't know that I would necessarily vote for her. Um, yeah. Sister Rosetta Tharpe. I think I think I've heard of her. I may have seen a record out in the wild. Link Ray, another one I'm not too familiar with. Although I did recognize the name, but I'm not sure from where. And then finally the Zombies, and I love the Zombies, but I think the Monkees are much more influential than the Zombies ever were. So, and obviously the Monkees are not on this list. So, all right. So let's cast our votes. We can do 5. So first of all, the easiest decision for me is Radiohead. All right. All right. So 4 more. Oh, okay. I definitely have to choose Moody Blues next. As far as metal, I'm definitely gonna say Judas Priest. Oh man, there's so many good ones. I only have 2 left. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, Bon Jovi isn't gonna need my vote. I'm sure they're gonna get in. All right, so I mean, I love. Oh, you can see the mouse. Interesting. You couldn't see it before, I don't think. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. Perhaps I'm delaying a little bit in making my decision. All right. I love Jake Giles' band, but it's I don't know that they're Hall of Fame worthy. I hate saying that, but all right, so 2 left. I definitely have to say Depeche Mode. I saw them very recently. It was an amazing show, and um, James sort of said that he doesn't know that they're considered rock and roll, but using a broader sense of the term, I disagree because um, they can rock. um, Songs of Faith and Devotion. Um, that album, it's my favorite album by them, and it rocks. Sure, you know, they have a lot of electronic elements to their music, but their music rocks. It really does, and live, they are amazing. So I'm definitely voting for them. So I have one vote left. And for me, it's kind of a toss-up between the Cars and the Eurythmics. I have to go with the more influential of the two and say the Cars. All right, so we have the Cars, Depeche Mode, Judas Priest, Moody Blues, and Radiohead. Wow. That is so cool. So I voted for my 5. Well, I still have to submit it, but again, I'll do that off camera. Very, very cool. James, thank you so much for doing your video. It was a lot of fun watching that and hearing your thoughts on the different nominees. And yeah, so I thought I would make this fun little video and hope you guys enjoyed it. And be sure and vote. Yeah, although I kind of feel silly saying that just because, again, you know, I still have the feeling like, how much does the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame really matter? But at the same time, it's nice to see artists recognized for their body of work, and that's a huge way of doing it. So yeah, so get out there and vote. Okay, I just realized I have to get back on here. James was saying that after you vote, they show the tally basically. So I felt like it was anticlimactic not to show that to you. So I'm going to go ahead and submit my vote here. Okay, the Facebook login is not working, people. So just put your email address. I don't know if it's a browser thing or what, but it doesn't like the Facebook login. All right, so I have my email address there. I'll go ahead and submit it off camera because, you know, I don't want to receive like a bunch of love letters through email. I prefer snail mail for that. All right, let's submit it. Okay. Now I think it's safe to bring you on here. Okay. So it says, thank you for voting for the Cars, Depeche Mode, Judas Priest, Moody Blues, and Radiohead. And you can share the results. You see, well in the lead are Bon Jovi and the Moody Blues. Honestly, that's well deserved. Dire Straits, the Cars, Judas Priest, the Zombies. Interesting. I would not have put them in, what is that, 6th place? Interesting. Eurythmics, J. Geils Band, Depeche Mode, Nina Simone, Radiohead, Kate Bush, Rage Against the Machine, the MC5, LL Cool J, Sister Rosetta Tharpe, Link Wray, Rufus featuring Chaka Khan, and the Meters. Very interesting. Yeah. So it's pretty clear who's going to win. Now, another thing I don't know, like how many people get inducted. I think it's like, is it 5? Maybe 2, 4. I really have no idea. But anyway, all right. So there you go. I didn't want to just kind of leave you hanging without seeing any kind of results. Although now seeing the results, you might be less inclined to vote, knowing, you know, the top two especially are like way in the lead. But you know, I think deservedly so. So anyway, thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time.